All right, the other thing I did want to talk about real quick while we have a minute here is with artifacts. So, something that came out a little while ago was this extra level of artifacts, which they have called, what's this now? Remnant levels. Yes, that's it. Remnant levels. Remnant levels trigger and unlock once you've finished level 15 of a particular artifact. The only way you can finish level 15 is if you have your building to the artifact building to level 50. So if you're still in your ops 40s, it's not possible because it is ops gated like everything else. Once you eventually get to ops 50, you'll be able to complete the final tier of your artifacts, get them to level 15, and then any additional shards that you acquire you will be able to unlock in a new or convert in a new refinery, which comes down here between Command Center and Voyager. There's this new artifacts tab that opens up. This will only show as long as you have remnants, and then you can convert things. It's a one-to-one conversion. There is no cooldown on it, so feel free to convert as many as you like. And once you do these things, you are converting your extra shards of these materials into these artifact remnants. Artifact remnants are universal in the fact that they can be used to upgrade any of your existing materials or artifacts that are going from level 15 up to level 20. Now, the increase on some of these additional levels is not much. I mean, level 15 is 7%, and then you're basically crawling at 0.2% per level from 7% to 8%, which is not much of an overall increase in some of these. Now, obviously, the bigger ones will have a little bit more of a bonus, but again, it's not as big of a bonus as the regular levels, but it's something a little extra that you can get. It's kind of the equivalent of like a transporter pattern conversion thing to help you still get some additional value out of these extra shards. But you can see up here I've got 52 artifact remnants, and taking it from 15 to 16 cost me 35. Okay, so I guess I could just throw that in that one right there. This does count as a research. It does give you points for research-based events, like we have going on right now. I just got some points for my Dominion event. And that's all it is. It's a fun little extra conversion. Something to look forward to once you get to Ops 50, basically, and have your building up to 50. Because prior to 50, you can't hit that final level needed to then trigger the remnants. So while you're Ops 45 and you have a level 16 Amarazin breathing mask, well, then perhaps some of them have lower requirements. So thank you for pointing that out. I guess some of the older ones, maybe these are the Voyager ones. So the Voyager ones require Ops 50. Perhaps some of the lower level original ones that were released through the uncommon ones might have a lower level requirement for the final tiers. Let's see if there's anything in stfc.space about artifacts. Nope, they don't have a tab for those yet, do they? Nope. Okay. But that's good to know. Yep, some of them you can get remnants at lower level. Okay. So that's a fun point. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm assuming probably some of the original ones were probably a little lower, and they probably raised the level cap when they released Voyager and the extra rare armadas or formation armadas. That would make a little bit more sense. GP says that once you max 2 of them, the building requirements go up. Well, that's interesting. So you're saying that once you max out 2 artifacts in order to get the third one maxed, your building has to be at a higher level? Did not know about that either. So I guess that might make you pick and choose a little more. You've got 4 maxed artifacts now, and it requires a level 54 building level. Yikes. Interesting. So I guess they really are going to hamstring you a little bit. Does this building cap at 60? It does so far. No, I don't know if once I get to 60 if that'll open up 10 more levels and I can keep moving this thing from 60 to 70. Maybe that's an STFC dot space. Yep, sure is. There are bonus levels beyond level 60. So it does keep scaling up all the way to 70. And it does require the Sigma tokens to keep leveling up. So for those of you moving into G6 territory, I guess this is another thing that's going to compete for your resources, especially if you have additional artifacts that are maxed out that you want to keep upgrading with the remnants. That's not surprising that there's an additional stopgap slash requirement in there, something that's going to, time gate you and hold you up even further. But it's a little disappointing that it's there. It's definitely a little disappointing. But that's a real quick side note on remnant levels. If there's anything else I'm missing, please feel free to chime in the comments and let me know if there's something else that I didn't mention there.